We'd almost like to talk about something other than Trump, I guess, when it comes to markets, but he really is the focus, and I think it really zooms in tonight when he speaks to Congress outlining his plans. If you buy the story, equity markets have rallied in advance, 10% on the S&P since his election. That would suggest that it's all hanging on whether, in fact, he can deliver on the infrastructure tax policy that he's promised. As he promised so big, he says, you know, these things are going to be in, very much in scope. So tonight's the first time we'll see some detail on that, and the markets will be watching it closely.
Right. The market's also banking on some sort of a move fairly soon. You know, is it a big deal whether the Fed goes 2 or 3, and whether they move it up in the calendar or whether they wait till June? I mean, net, I get the sense we're going to end up in the same place. It's just a matter of how fast.
I think you're spot on, Bernie. I think the dots will tell you that we're going to end up in the same spot by the end of this year, whether it's 2 or 3 hikes. I think our view still is around June. 50% of the market on the Fed funds overnight started to think about March, and that was because the Fed governors are getting a little bit hot on that story. We're still thinking June. There's probably, let's see how these inflation data on the PCE deflators come out. If they come out around the 2% target, that's okay. It might push the Fed, but overall there's some base effective energy that might hold that back. And we think the Fed will be patient enough to wait and see what Trump does, wait and see how inflation emerges over the next couple of months, and be happy to absorb a slightly higher inflation print than what they would normally look for, just because of the uncertainty around the fiscal side of the equation for the US.